at this point in time, I feel like I could skip WrestleMania entirely. And I don't... I thought that Omega Jericho was going to be a hard match to top. But Gargano Ciampa, a match a year in the making, hit all of the notes. It had great moments of psychology, great callbacks to previous bits that they... Oh, God. The crowd chanted Mamma Mia because the announcers were taken out. Oh, using exposed concrete. Oh, the shots they did with the crutches. The near falls. And I feel by telling you that Gargano won and gets reinstated, it just ruins nothing of this match. Holy crap. Wow. That match so poignantly points out that you can have a babyface that the crowd loves and the crowd hates the heel, and it's just this moment where you could tell the crowd was like, 1, 2, what? And it shows the crowd half the crowd's going, and the other half's going, like it's gonna keep on going. Oh. If you saw the Ring of Honor Supercard, you probably saw some amazing wrestling. You probably, I'll catch this on the network, and you're probably watching now going, maybe I made the right choice. Maybe I made the wrong choice. Oh. That's how they ended the night. They ended the night with this absolutely cathartic, here was your long-form babyface story, because Gargano couldn't beat Cien Almas for the title, lost his job, came back to destroy Ciampa, and Ciampa's been hitting the gym hard. His glutes are spectacular. If you watch the match, you'll know what I'm talking about. Wow. Let's go through the rest of the card then. That 6-person ladder match, which was the debut of both EC3, the top 1%er, and Ricochet, a person I described to my wife as, if you dressed him up in red and green, he's Spider-Man. He is the living embodiment of Spider-Man. She's like, oh, he's tiny. I'm like, he's like 2% body fat. She's like, yeah, he's ripped. And I was like, wow. That one had just the right amount of, singles matches, and then you brutalize each other. Singles matches, brutalize each other. I did find it funny when my wife, you got a spot where Velveteen Dream's on top of the big tall ladder, and somebody goes, you could probably just jump and grab the title. And I'm like, yeah, he's going for the moment though. He hits the purple Rainmaker. Everyone got to hit a lot of their big moves. EC3, it seemed like this was the odd match to put him in for his debut. He worked well with certain people, but it felt like he didn't work as well as this match. Ricochet looked fantastic, but that's his arena. Velveteen Dream, purple Rainmakers everywhere. They made the monsters look fantastic. Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, brutal. Adam Cole, manipulative. They got everyone over in that match. With the winner and first ever North American champion, Adam Cole, baby. Or as my 4-year-old daughter calls him, Awesome Sauce. She came out and I was like, the next thing she goes, who's he? I go, Adam Cole, baby. And then she goes, he's Awesome Sauce. And then she asked why all the guys fight in their underwear. She's 4. She used to watch wrestling. Ironically, her favorite growing up was Stardust. She kind of liked the weird villain. And she dug Bray Wyatt promos, but was scared of Samoa Joe. So we go from that fantastic match, great opener, crowd white hot. And I was like, okay, who follows that match? Ember Moon Baszler. I was like, it's a hard act to follow. So they didn't try to follow it. Instead, they told a heavy, psychological driven match. With Ember Moon trying to defeat Shayna Baszler as fast as she could. With Shayna Baszler understanding, well, I know what her moves are, I know what she's going to do, outthinking her a lot, outfoxing her. Lots of call back to the arm damage. Shayna Baszler has been doing the spot where she stands on someone's hand, it's hard to do when you're from a sitting position, and then stomps on the elbow, dislocating the shoulder. She took that move from Ember Moon, and all of a sudden she's not using an arm, suddenly beautiful limb damage. Like her shoulder separated. She finds a spot where she then just runs herself into the steel ring post to pop her shoulder back. It does it a couple of times. And I was like, I haven't seen someone do that since Dean Ambrose. Where Ambrose would be like, he'd do the I can't move my arm. And then he would slam his arm at the turnbuckle a couple of times. And then you see him kind of get a little bit more range of motion in. Do it again. Try to get a little bit more range of motion. Just grunt it the whole time. And I was like, I like that. I like the way they did that. She reverses the Eclipse. Tries to go for the clutch. Her arm, she can't. She's got the arm hooked, but she can't use her other arm for the additional leverage. It's not working. So what'd she do? She gets the arm cinched in. She reaches in with the arm the only arm that really works. Grabs a handful of her hair to use her hair for leverage. Looked brilliant. Looked brutal. She meant to do that. Ember Moon came out with Hailstorm doing her song. And just brutal. And your new NXT Women's Champion by nap out, Shayna Baszler. And she's walking away, hugs Ronda Rousey and the other person who was with her. I forget her name, sorry. And in the ring, Ember Moon wakes up like, no, wait, what? I'm not champ. And this look on her face of just sheer shock. And I was like that's how you follow a car crash match that's just full of small single spots, big spots. Is you do a match where we're in a couple of big spots, but we know we're not matching that. So we're in an entirely different spectrum. I thought it was great. And then you go into triple threat tag match for the Dusty Cup and the NXT tag belts. I don't think there was much tagging in this match. And I was like, I love the NXT triple threat matches now, which are for the tag belts. Is it's not you tag somebody in, it's all three people in the ring at the same time. They started doing that too for their main roster shows too, and I'm like, I like that. Instead of being like, I'm gonna tag my guy in. Because you gotta be involved in the match to win. Why would you tag out to another team? They just want to keep your guys fresh, but then why would they tag out to have someone else win the match? Of course, we had the damaged Adam Cole, who gets put through a table. Baby. Seeing O'Reilly have double submissions was fantastic. I want to see O'Reilly and Dunn have a match. They were brutal with each other, and it was fantastic. Come to the ending, Pete Dunne, bitter end on Kyle O'Reilly, goes for the pin. Roderick Strong is in there, fending off people. Attacks Pete Dunne, throws O'Reilly on top. Crowd, what the? That's right. With only 2 members of the Undisputed Era, they needed a third man. Well, who would the third man be? Roderick Strong. So now I guess this way that now allows Adam Cole to defend the North American title, while it also gives Roderick Strong the ability to defend the tag title, as well as I don't know if he'd be listed on the Dusty Cup unless they'd see the Undisputed Era won it. But now Adam Cole is getting a tremendous amount of accolades. He was in War Games. He technically is a Dusty Rhodes Classic winner. First ever North American champion. They're putting some eggs in that basket. Now, if they just quit doing the weird, like boy band hanging on a piece of, structural steel and be like, you don't think you really can hang with me, right? Girl, you can't hang with Adam Cole, baby. And now we have Aleister Black, Andrade Cien Almas. When people say, well, how do you get over with Black playing a strike-based offense? You do lots of strikes and you do it well. That's what it is. Balor, strike-based offense, works well. It seems different from everyone else. And these two guys told an incredible match, too. Every time Aleister was almost there, Zelina Vega kind of got involved a little bit. Got involved numerous times in the match to keep the match going. Like, Black Mass Kick. Foot on rope. So they kept using her to keep the match going. It's like, you know what? These two guys are neck and neck. The brutal spots they did, whether it was, seeing Andrade Cien Almas go for a moonsault, Aleister Black move. Cien lands on his feet, does a standing moonsault afterwards. And I was like, that's great. He doesn't do it often. He does it in big matches, and it's got that fantastic feel to it. So many near falls. Crowd got into it. That ending where Zelina Vega goes to interfere again. Black gets out of the way. She jumps onto Cien Almas. Almas catches her. Black Mass Kick. 1, 2, 3. And the undeniably stoic Aleister Black explodes with elation. And why shouldn't he explode with elation? He should celebrate on this day, the day that Aleister Black becomes NXT champion, approximately 1 year after he debuted, defeating the same man he defeated in his debut. On this day, on Rusev Day. If you have the network, watch NXT. If you don't have the network, get it for free for a month, watch all the takeovers, and maybe watch WrestleMania tomorrow.